Hey guys, Mr. FX Trade here. I just wanted to go over another chart with you. Keep it kind of short, just how I kind of analyze price movements on a 5-minute chart. Again, using the freestockcharts.com charting software. So I always start on a 5-minute chart, and as you can see, there's some nice downward trend here. But what first thing I like to try to do is really compress the chart so you can let's go out for at least a day and kind of mark, as I can see here, I marked the resistance level there and support down here. And you can see down in here it took off, had a nice bullish candle here. It went up 3/4 of this bearish and then took off and made a nice move up and eventually came up here and hit this resistance level. So it's in this range bound, but always in the range bound you got trends. So what I'd be looking to is to buy here again at support when it eventually hits this, but you can take some trades internally here. Always mark inside your chart. There's some additional supports here. You can see it came up here. This support, always remember, past support always becomes future resistance, and past resistance always becomes future support. As you can see, prices came down here. There was the resistance here. You can see broke through it, price to come back up here, bounced off again, so this became support. Came support again. Be a good time to buy again. And here it tested again, another buy opportunity. Always buy it, support, and sell resistance. And if you can tell here, looking at here, this was on some morning news here that oil came out and so forth, so really moved the euro dollar up. And if you can mark some levels here, here's a resistance level. Now if the bulls are really in control, they're trying to make what, always higher highs and higher lows. As you can see, when it came up here and had this resistance point, man, I tell you, the bulls really went up here and they tried to score the point. And once they score a point, you can always, they try to go for these isolated highs. What I mean by that is always get in the habit of marking these resistance points for you. Because if the bulls are really in control, they're trying to make higher highs. So this is one point. Here's another point they're trying to make, resistance level. And another one here. So if they're really in control, they're going to try to get these isolated highs. What I mean by that, you got these candles. One candle in the middle is higher than the two candles to the left and two candles to the right. See this isolated high? It's in the middle. Two candles to the left is lower, two candles to the right is lower. This one, middle candle is higher than the two candles to the left and two candles to the right. So if the bulls are in control, they're going to go for these points. Okay, and once they get a point, always take a look in your past charts. Mark them for you. When they get up there, it's like they grab their money, grab their funds, and then they retreat. There's always a retreat once they get these points. But if they're real close, they'll usually go hit past 2 or 3 of these and then they'll retrace. You can see this nice upward bullish movement though. I tell you, but when you get these sort of candles here, when you get this long wick and short bodies, the shooting stars, reverse hammer, whatever you call it, want to call it, it's a warning sign and a reversal sign. These are where you want to start looking for a bearish candle with a long wick or so forth. And that's why I kind of took a 5-minute binary trade here, because I saw all this they're pushing up and pushing up. Bears, at one time this was a complete full candle and came back down, and bears pushed it back down. Same thing up here, and it ended up with a doji. Even though a bullish candle came back up here, but failed to even make a new high. And up here's the trigger point for me. Once that came up here and it turned into a bearish candle, I did make a 5-minute binary trade right here at this 1635, and got in around at the money. I think I ended up, my reward was like 48, so I risked like $52. It went against me a little bit, but I knew basically hang in there a little bit. It's going to come down. Even though there was a kind of a support line here, I was waiting for a little bit of a bounce, but it ended up in the money. Ended up getting like $48 for that trade. But right now you can see it's heading down probably at this level, at this support again level. Are the bulls really going to be in control? We don't know yet. But this would be, I'd wait for a nice either reversal candle. It'll either try to go back long where it's going to retest this again, or again this would go back down there and try to test this support level. So hopefully this helps. It's just going through some price strategies with you, price movements. Because once you know that how price moves and understand the candles and so forth, you're on your way to success, and you don't have to depend on these indicators. Not that they don't work, but I tell you, become a good once you understand this. But it takes time. I spend many of hours studying charts, and that's why I'm doing this, to prepare myself, review what I've talked about. Hopefully you can learn. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, leave a comment, and like the page, and hopefully I'll respond or come up with some more videos for you here in the near future. But one thing too I wanted to point out, don't get into these trades in NADEX when you see a spread larger than 10. Okay, you want to get in when I think some of these spreads in here were more than 10 because of the news, so forth. So, but don't get in any kind of trades when the spread is larger than there's a 10-point spread. It's just not a good deal. You're just going to have to hold on to the trade. So, anyways, that does it. Kept it short. I'll get back to doing more of these, and we'll actually eventually I'll show you entering some trades. But you got to stick with understanding price movements, and I'll continue to hammer this in to you and myself. But hopefully, again, this helps. Like my YouTube page, and look forward to your comments. Take care. Bye-bye.